Are elite runners the only people who need coaches? Hey, if you're a beginner or a recreational runner, hang and listen to this because I'm going to give you all the things that you need to decide whether getting a coach is good for you or not. Hey, if you're new here to my channel, I'm Coach Lisa from the Running University, and I'm here to help you put the fun in your run. I may or may not be the right coach for you, but at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how you could win 3 free months of group coaching with me. I about spit the water I was drinking when I read this comment from one of my people. Beginners don't need a running coach. Now, this was a picture that one of my runners took from an actual training log, and it said that beginner runners don't need a coach. I couldn't believe it. In all honesty, to me, elite people need coaches for different reasons because they're performing, this is what they do for a living, they're trying to win things, okay? But a beginner and a recreational runner absolutely also can use a coach. And so many people just think that coaches are just for elite people. So let me tell you some things that you might want to consider before hiring a coach or thinking about getting a coach. First of all, what are some ways that you can be coached when it comes to running? There's a lot of ways. I mean, right now with the internet, oh my gosh, you could go Google half marathon training plan and you can find probably 50 different training plans. Okay, so there's a lot of free information out there that you can find on your own. But again, that's kind of just very generic. And there, again, you're going to find such a variety that you might not really be sure which one to try. There's a lot of apps out there that you can use that'll help coach you. You know, Training Peaks, a lot of coaches use different apps as well to help you be coached. Another way might be in certain running clubs. So you could join a running club or a group like the True Tribe, and you can be coached as a group. So that could be in person or online. Now a lot of these online groups are very popular, including my own. And then of course there's one-on-one coaching that you would get with somebody in person or even on Zoom. So there's definitely a lot of variety in the ways that you can seek coaching to become the best runner that you can be. Let's talk about some of the reasons why you might want to coach. In the long run, pun intended, you're going to save yourself a lot of money and a lot of time. I will say this to you because I know I did not hire a coach when I first started running, so I had to figure out a lot of this stuff on my own. But a running coach has had the experience, and they've also have the expertise and the knowledge, and they've done all the research. So instead of you having to waste all your time and possibly get injured, and who knows, really getting a coach is gonna just make the transition to becoming the best runner you can be quicker. So if you have patience and you don't care, then that's fine, but that's a great reason why you would hire a coach. Since running can be a high injury sport, like 65% of runners get injured every year, that's one of the other biggest reasons I would recommend hiring a coach. They're going to be able to give you the advice that you need. They're going to be able to tell you what you need to know, maybe teach you technique, which is what I specialize in, strength training, stretching, what type of gadgets do you need. Another great reason you might hire a coach is for accountability. You know, I mean, saying you're going to go out and run 3 to 5 days a week, depending on what your goals are, right? So let's just say you want to train for a race, especially if it's your first event, whether it's a 5K, 10K, half, full, ultra, whatever the case may be, having a coach will hold you accountable. Not only will they tell you exactly what you need to do, but they're also going to hold you accountable. So on those days that you don't feel like doing what you have to do, they're going to hold you accountable and make sure you get it done so you have a great experience. There are a lot of running Facebook groups out there. I belong to several of them, and I can't tell you how many times I see really bad advice being given. There are a lot of professionals in these groups, so just listen to who you're getting advice from. But honestly, these Facebook groups have a lot of people that they're just not qualified to give you advice. And I've seen bad advice given, and I hope they're not going to do that because that's a sure way to get injured. A coach is also going to help you stay motivated, not just accountable, but they're going to help you get motivated. I can't tell you the times that there's hurdles that happen in your training plan. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to change things up. You know, maybe something happens in your life and, you know, you're taking a week off. Having a coach to bounce ideas off of and help you get back on track or help you work through those is definitely going to make your experience so much better. A coach is also going to give you variety in your workouts, right? So when you hire a coach, they're going to help you, not be injured. They're going to give you all of those different types of workouts, strength training. They're going to give you stretching. They're going to tell you what types of runs to do, when to do your base training, when do you add speed work, when do you add hill work. So a coach, again, is just going to give you a very holistic approach to your running program and also really help you make it a lifestyle. A coach is also going to help push you outside of your comfort zone, one of my favorite things to do, because we don't know what we can do until somebody maybe just kind of puts it out there. And coaches will give you that opportunity. They might tell you, why don't you try doing this one now? And they might push you a little bit more. So a coach is really good at helping you get out of your comfort zone. A coach is also going to help you create that balance that you need in your life between your lifestyle and your training plan. They're going to help you not overtrain, and they're going to help you be able to maintain balance, and so that you can make running a lifestyle. So those are some reasons why you would think about hiring a coach. Now let's talk about another important thing, which is who is the right coach for you. This is really important. I've had people that I know it just didn't work out because it's a personality thing, but there are definitely some things to think about when you're going to hire a coach and who to hire. First of all, it depends on if you have something specific that you're training for. For example, I teach running techniques. Specifically, I teach ChiRunning. So if somebody's looking for technique coaching, you would look for somebody that has that background. Maybe you want to learn how to do heart rate training, and in that case, you would seek a coach who specializes in heart rate training. There's coaches that help elite people. There's coaches that help back of the pack people. So there's trail coaches, ultra coaches, all of these different types of coaches. So you first of all just want to find out what is that coach's specialty. If they have one, sometimes they don't have a specialty, and that's great too. This is a little controversial, but this idea of whether a coach needs to have education as far as running background as well as coaching background. And I've been in various conversations and I've talked to other coaches. I know coaches who don't have any of that and they're amazing coaches. I personally prefer to have somebody who might have at least a little bit of background. For example, I've been teaching ChiRunning for 10 years. I'm a certified instructor. I pay money to make sure that I can recertify and I'm up to speed on all the most current stuff. So I do believe that having some education behind what you're doing adds to a coach, but again, I've met coaches who don't have that, and so that's okay too. That's really your choice. What is their experience? So for example, I'm an ultra runner. My longest distance is 100 miles. If somebody came to me and asked me to train them for a 200 miler, I don't know that I would be comfortable with that because I've never done that distance myself, and it's not really my background. It's not what my specialty is in. One of my specialties is to convert people into ultra runners by doing their first 50K. So, each coach is going to specialize in something specific. It might be trails, it might be road, it might be Spartan races. Those are obstacle course races. So again, it really depends on what you're looking for. So try to find a coach who's actually going to match what you're looking for. What is their style is also a very important one, and this is when I usually know right off the bat when I watch a video of another coach or meet another coach whether they're going to jive with me or not. So you have people who really like to have, I'm going to call it the drill sergeant type of coaching, where they're just in your face all the time, and if you don't get something done, they're yelling at you. For some people, that's huge motivation. I've had people that I've turned down that wanted me to coach them because I could tell that that's the style they wanted. That's not my personal style. So my style of coaching, I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. Again, the big joke with my group is I'm not training you to win the race. They call me Coach Kool-Aid because I like to convince them to do things they never thought possible. So I'm all about getting you out of your comfort zone, doing something you never thought you could, cheering you on. That is my style, and that style may not work for anybody. You might be watching this going, I'm not interested, or you might be watching this going, oh my gosh, I really want Lisa to be my coach. And if that's the case, then here's what I would recommend for you, because I only do group coaching, but I have a way that you can actually maybe become one of my True Tribe members and get coached by me. Go down in the description and you'll see Join the Tribe. You can get a 3-month free membership by putting your name and email, And then you can be part of my group, and not only are you going to get coaching from me, but you're also going to be with a group of amazing women who are going to help you grow as a runner. Some things that I don't think that really matter at all about coaches, and again, this is my opinion, is what their speed is. Doesn't really matter. You don't have to be the best at what you're doing to coach that, okay? Like, I worked in the corporate world, and you could be the best collector in the world, but you may not be a good supervisor. You might be the fastest runner, but you really might not know how to coach people. So speed to me is not a reason to hire a coach. And again, elite people might have a whole different way to hire coaches. This is really more for beginners and recreational runners. And also celebrity status. There's a lot of coaches out there that, are celebrities. Somehow they got that way. And again, they've got the background, all the things, amazing. But just because somebody's a celebrity doesn't necessarily make them a good coach. In addition to being called Coach Kool-Aid, one of my favorite things about my coaching style is I really prefer group coaching. I don't do individual coaching unless it's a one-on-one in person for ChiRunning, or even on Zoom. I do those as well. But one-on-ones are really only reserved for that. When it actually comes to coaching people for races or just coaching you to be the best runner you can be, I prefer group coaching. I think there's a power in numbers. There's a power in having a coach and a group of other people who have been through it, and that can help guide you and be with you and support and celebrate you along the way.